Shout out to whoever's been getting that primo spot Just has been wanting, because they got us beat every single day. We lost the war on that one, but got our usual spot as usual, so not all is lost. I was looking at the sign to see if it actually said anything about when you could put your towels down. It does say the hours start at 9 o'clock, but I mean, that would never happen because there's people down here as early as like 7:30 already in the water. But it's clearly they updated these signs back around 2020 and haven't changed them since. But like I said, my unofficial rule for this is if you're willing to get up early and get a spot, more power to you, you win. But you know, overnight towels, that's where I draw the line. If you're putting your towel out the night before, you can't do that. That's just my unofficial rules for the pool. Nobody has written that or declared that, but me. We actually, because our dinner last night was at the Rodizio pool buffet area, we walked to the pool to see if that palapa we've been trying to get was putting their towels out overnight, and they weren't. So shout out them. They're doing things the right way. Credit to you, whoever you are. Hey. Yeah, the little discussion of the great pool towel war of 2025 was more or less just a kind of distraction from sad realization. This is it. Our last full day here in lovely Dominican Republic. Bummer. But we're obviously going to make the most of it. We've got a delicious dinner tonight at Don Pablo, which is usually one of, if not the best restaurants at all the Bahia properties. We've, of course, got the final showdown, biggest steaks. I can't get back in the thing. The one for all the marbles, as they're calling it, the Phase 10 War to End All Wars this evening. And who knows what else, but this is it. Let's go enjoy it. So in yesterday's video, we mentioned that last night there was a large tourist group checking in, about 40, 50 people maybe, and kind of speculated that it might lead to the resort feeling more crowded than it has up to this point in the week. And I was thinking about it this morning because I only saw like maybe 2 of them at breakfast this morning, which was odd in the first place because we've been eating breakfast at La Romana instead of Bougainville, and they were checking in at Bougainville. So I don't know if they have some people staying in both resorts or possibly or what, but then I was kind of thinking
they were all checking in at Bougainville.
Yeah, but well, it could have been more Romana. We could have just been seeing the Bougainville half of the group. Is what I'm saying. There could be a whole other portion of the group that's at Romana. Yeah. Anywho, but I don't know if they will overcrowd the resort, because I feel like tourist groups like that, typically their trips are very pre-planned and booked out. Like they'll probably be doing excursions and other activities and events. They won't necessarily just be wandering. I'm sure they'll have some wander time, but they won't just be 20 of them decide to go to the pool, 15 of them go to the beach. You know, I think there will be more organized and pre-planned in their activities. I'll keep posting observations if I see that throughout the day, because I've never really seen, like I remember when I was a kid, this is the type of group you'd see just all over the place at Walt Disney World. Like you could always find them because they all had matching shirts. The leader was walking around with a flag so everybody could see who the leader of the group was. And they would, back in the day, they were the worst thing about Disney World, because you'd be in a line. This is pre-Fast Pass, pre-Lightning Lane, pre all those things. You'd be standing in a line. It's already like a 2-hour wait. And all of a sudden you look about 10 people in front of you, see one guy in, like, let's say a blue polo. And you're like, oh no. And about 20 minutes into your wait, 30 more blue polos show up, and
they would let them
do that. It was crazy back then. I mean, they had the numbers. Nobody could. It's one thing if like 2 people jumped the line, then you got people that would stand up and go like, "Hey, book of the line, buddy. I ate a bowl of gabagool before I got here, and I'm fired up and ready to fight." I mean, once again, they had the numbers, and I don't think little college kids in the Disney college program are going to stand up to 30 people that don't speak English in the first place. So, They should, but I definitely remember that being a huge negative
I would have not allowed that.
back in the day at Disney World. But in the last few years when I've gone, I've seen those groups, but they don't seem to be as... Of course, a lot of this is post-COVID, of course, as well, whereas like travel was down for a while too, so who knows what that had to do with anything. But they haven't been as prevalent of a problem at Disney World as I recall them being when I was a child to now. But also, I think, similar to what I'm expecting with this group, they're a lot more organized with the digital age, with everything can be pre-planned and pre-booked. It's not as much of that type of stuff where they just come in like a swarm and overwhelm a certain area or something like that. But like I said, I'll observe throughout the day, see what I see, and keep updates coming as I have them. Serving paella at the pool again. They've done that the last couple days ever since the big party on Wednesday. But this being our last full day, I think we're going to stick with the full lunch buffet experience. The buffets for lunch always have like a make your own pasta station, and I haven't done that yet on this trip, and I'm looking to do that today. But the paella, when they start cooking it over there, the pool area smells incredible. Oof. It's hard to pass up. I have a minor grievance with the pool here. There's not enough in-pool seating, like little underwater ledges that you can kind of sit on while you're in the pool. So a lot of people end up sitting on the steps, and it makes it weird trying to walk around people getting out of the pool. Jessica, your thoughts? That's why I love Oli and Jessica. They're both just simple-minded people with not a thought in their brains. That looks pretty gnarly. Just finished up lunch, and it was quite the wild experience. The entirety of what we had thought was that tour group was in the buffet all at the same time, pretty much. But we've determined they are not a tour group. They're also in their like full polos, kind of like business casual attire. Jessica looked at one of their shirts and figured out it's like a co-op of nurses from Santo Domingo, so they must be here for some type of convention or gathering or something like that. So that would make sense why they weren't at the pool or anywhere else that we've seen so far.
Like pants and
other
polos.
than yes, if they were also wearing
degrees.
business casual attire and matching polos at 100-degree temperatures, which this resort seems way too small for a convention. Jessica is assuming they must be using like the theater or something like that, because there really isn't like a larger meeting area they could use here. But you know, we try to be as positive as possibly can on the channel. Try not to ever speak negatively on people. Like if anytime I have a negative tone, it's probably 100 times worse than what I'm saying, because I try to keep a positive spin on things the best I can. Those nurses are some rude So you're doing a buffet. Buffets aren't necessarily a line unless it's like a cafeteria style one, but generally you kind of find the flow. If there's people at a certain area, you kind of line in behind them and go down the line with the flow of traffic. These ladies were just smashing through people. Like I was literally directly behind Jessica at one of the areas and eyeballing them, didn't see if there was anything I wanted from it. Right, and the lady just literally like this just
wedged right in.
Wedged right between us. Like what is that?
And normally we would say something, but like we were so shocked that they were so audacious. Like
pretty much everything short of just like grabbing a spatula or spoon out of your hand is what they were doing over there in the buffet. So shout out the staff. They were doing a great job of managing the hecticness of the situation over there, keeping things flowing. I was able to get the fresh build your own pasta, which is very good. I actually caught it at a good time because they put out some fresh grilled chicken on one of the hot lines at the same time, so I added that to my pasta. So I still had a good lunch. Shout out to the staff for maintaining the situation, but those nurses, they aren't great. I hope they're staying away, because
I'm glad that this is our last day with them here. Yeah. Like it makes it a little easier to leave knowing they're here for the week.
Yeah, because if they start coming into the pools and the beaches, like they'll probably throw your towels off if you're not at your seat, I would imagine. Like that's the kind of behavior they were displaying. So like Jessica said, I'm glad they only showed up for what is our last day. Chesta was arranging our pickup tomorrow with the people in the Privilege Club office over here at the La Romana lobby, and I was looking for the restroom, and it appears they do have a convention center after all, or at least some type of meeting area here, so I'm guessing this is where all the fun's happening. So one thing Chesta's brought up that we've kind of been missing here that we have at some of our other resorts is the sports bar, which is kind of just a cool different vibe of a place to get some drinks as opposed to the lobby bars, but also the coffee shops. There, it's always nice to go in there. It always smells so good. Get a little freshly brewed coffee. But they do have these Santo Domingo coffee machines kind of all over the place, where you can get espresso, you can get other forms of cappuccino, all kinds of different coffee drinks here. Not quite the same as the coffee shop, but you can still get your coffee needs met. Jessica just brought up an interesting point, but it's one worth sharing. We spent more time at the Grand area over here at Romana on this trip than we've ever spent at like any Grand area at any of the other resorts. Part of that is proximity. I mean, it's just a smaller resort, so it's easier to get back and forth between the two spots. But like she said, the bigger part of this is that this definitely feels like this Grand is not the level of some of the other Grand resorts. It feels it's a little bit more on the par with like the luxury. Like, even though there's like kids here, like there's not like those
kids running around.
They're not crazy screaming kids running around and stuff like that. So this is more like the vibe of like most of the luxury resorts, level of resorts that we've stayed at with Bahia. So I haven't been out of the pool or anything like that, so I can't speak to like the pool area, but like just the lobby, the restaurants and everything like that is more luxury vibes than what you typically see in the Grand Resort. So if you're somebody who's shopping in the Grand range of Bahia resorts, this might be the best bet for you, because I mean, this is probably the best Grand we've seen, I'd say.
I would say this is the best Grand that I've seen.
Yeah. What was that you wanted to say?
The best Grand resort is Tulum, because it's fully renovated and super nice. But I would say, of the ones that aren't renovated, this is actually really nice. Like, I enjoy hanging out here, which I usually don't enjoy hanging out at the Grand resorts because of screaming children.
There is one in that category that we haven't seen yet. Grand adults only tequila. Somebody in one of the recent videos said that should be our next destination. And I said, time will tell, but
we will stay in one of the resorts that we already know that we like over there and visit tequila and see if we want to stay there. That's smart. Probably the best bet.
See, this is why you get paid the big bucks. All right, so this is just getting weird at this point. We were cutting through the lobby on our way back to the pool. In the Bougainville lobby, there was like, I don't know, maybe like 12, 15 pilots and flight attendants looking like they were checking in. So I don't know if there's like another convention here after we said that this is not a big enough resort to have a convention. Maybe there's two conventions going on at the same time. It's getting crazy. Now this is it. This microphone blocked. Oh, well, that's interesting. This is the first time I've ever seen that. The screen just told me the microphone was blocked. I guess I had my finger over it. Didn't even realize the microphone was there. Anywho, this is it. These chairs, this spot has served us well this week, but it's time to say goodbye to what became our spot for the week. This lovely palapa provided us shade and kept us safe from the deadly evil sun, but gotta turn these towels in, head back up to the room to decompose, and begin the wind down process of our final night in Bougainville. Another sad sign that our vacation is coming to an end. Anybody who's been to Bahia Resort knows what this is. These are the towel cards. Give you these at the start of your vacation to get your first towels, and then throughout the week you exchange towels for fresh towels, but today's the day we have to recollect the cards to turn these in upon checking out so that we don't get charged for towels. It's feeling real. The sadness setting in. Why are you center on me? I'm the important one. I'm a little concerned that there may be a Presidente shortage in the Dominican Republic, because this is the second straight day where our mini fridge has not been restocked with beers. Not a problem for me, because I'm not a drinker. Definitely don't like to have one of those ice cold canned Presidentes while I'm taking a shower in the early evening. But Justa, she may go down to the lobby and hit somebody if she don't get her cervezas. So I hope it's not a shortage, because Presidente is basically like the currency of this island from what I've been able to discern. So I have it on tap, plenty on tap it seems like, but no cans the last 2 nights in our mini fridge. My ear has been stopped up all day, my left ear. Maybe from earwax, maybe from water, maybe from everything. We just bought some ear drying stuff in the lobby shop. Jessica made me pour it in my ears, and I'm laying on my side in the lobby like a weirdo. I'll run the record, if I lose the decisive match in the Phase 10 series, this is the reason why. I can't hear out of one ear. I have equilibrium disorder. I'm officially deaf in my left ear, so if there's like voice modulation issues with me talking too loud for the remainder of the series, apologies in advance. The camera, the DJ Pocket, is amazing. It usually does a pretty good job of picking up and like regulating stuff for the most part. So hopefully that won't be an issue. I probably won't hear anything Jessica says the rest of the time, which unfortunately I won't. But it should be noted, when we play the final Phase 10 match, I am majorly debilitated. Equilibrium's off. I can't hear out of one ear, so if like she puts down cards to my left, I won't be able to hear what they are. So
You know it's gonna be really good though.
the result is officially under protest in advance. I'll have my AirPod in that ear. She just said she's to this side of me in the airplane. I'll have my AirPod in this ear, so disregard it. We're holding off until the final match, until after dinner, because I'm getting some popping, I'm getting some clearage. It's still not great. I don't know if it's going to get all the way there, but I'm trying to give it time, because she doesn't want to win when I'm at less than 100%. She wants to dominate me at my best. She wants to stick her head, not her head, her foot on my throat when I'm at my most powerful. Nobody, iron sharpens iron, as they say, and right now, this ear is like mud. You know me, if you've watched any of my videos of any genre, I am not a drinker. So I've been burping, and it seems like it's popping the ear a little bit, like it's helping a little bit, so I know beer is, from watching like Barney on The Simpsons, Homer, they burp because they drink beer, right? So I'm going to drink some beers tonight and try to give me some burp gas to open this eardrum up if we can do that. So we're trying everything. What? Did y'all hear what she said? Cheers. I didn't want our last night to go this way, but as a famous scholar once said, Lord, bear me strength. I'm going to drink these damn beers till they burp my ear open. To ear problems. So I mentioned earlier that it would bring this resort up a whole nother level if they had like the coffee shop and sports bars that have been added to the other resorts. And I guess this is maybe the closest they can do to like sports bar for now, because every time we've walked by here, the TV has had some type of sporting game on, so this is like the area they've set up if people want to watch sports, I guess, because there's always sports on here when we walk by here. But there's no bar here, which, you know, it's fine for me. I love sports, but I'm not a drinker. Just on the other hand, hates sports and loves drink. So that's why the sports bar is always a great place for us, because she gets what she wants, I get what I want. It's a great combination, but don't have that here at this resort yet. Well, it is sadly our last dinner, our last night of the trip. At least we're ending it at what usually is, in most cases, the best restaurant at the resorts. Oh, not Zoom. I wanted to scroll up. Don Pablo Gourmet Restaurante, with the most beautiful broad in the whole building. What? I'm getting too cocky with hearing the Spanish all week long. Feeling myself. It's probably the beers test is making me drink quickly here. But the bread came around and had a cheese bread, and so I tried to get a little ahead of myself, and I said, uno fromage. So I did a little bit of French, a little bit of Spanish, rolled it all together. She looked at me like I was the craziest person in the world. The waitress was like, fromage. And I was like, how do I know this and you don't know this? And the judge was like, it's French, you idiot. And it's like, oh no, I'm embarrassed. Damn it. Should have been no queso. Por favor. Need más cervezas. I will say, this is by far the best dining room we have seen so far, which lives up to the previous experiences we've had at Don Pablo, and the seating arrangements we have here are perfect right now with my left ear issue. Great setup. Here is our menu for the evening. Looks like it's kind of pretty much the same as what we've seen Don Pablo at other restaurants for the most part. There might be a few alterations here or there, but a lot of these are familiar to me. So now we just have to take a moment and decide what to do. I think I've got everything figured out, but the crepe Suzette is listed twice on the menu. And Jessica said she's getting that, so I'm wondering if, because it's on the menu twice, it is twice as good as anything else. Active choices here. Heard a few times the President Xavier referred to as Dominican water, so it makes me feel a little bit better about drinking a lot of it, because apparently it's just water. This little pre-appetizer, appetizer, feels like a targeted attack on me. Because it's just a chunk of cucumber on a plate. And there is nothing I hate more in life than cucumber. What is this? This looks like some meat. I'm going to pull the meat out of the cucumber. Just thought she was going to get a good, fresh poached egg, but... Anywho. Appetizers arrived. After our appetizer arrived, I pulled the meat and the bread out of that stupid cucumber. I'm going to eat it and see how it tastes. It's good. Glad I didn't eat that cucumber. That was disgusting. Cucumbers are a barf salad. This avocado, shrimp, and salmon little crown salad deal I got here looks incredible. That's French for incredible. Chess has pointed out, I think they misunderstood the assignment on this deal, because essentially,
It seems cooked.
if that was supposed to be a poached egg and beef tartare, basically the deal is nothing on that should be that cooked. And this looks like a cheeseburger on top of a hard-boiled egg that she got. So, but, you know.
It's good.
I would be very scared. I would, honestly, if I was a chef, beef tartare would be the scariest thing in the world to me. Just serving people raw beef. It's always good, always tastes delicious, but it is a terrifying thing to serve, so. But you literally don't even cook it. Yeah, I was going to say this, we've had this in other resorts, or I don't think I've ever actually got it, but Just always gets it, and it comes in like an espresso kind of, like almost like a mug you get like an Irish coffee in.
Yeah, it looks like a coffee.
With a little cheese foam on top. So it does not look as good in this bowl. It kind of looks like a bowl of sludge, but I know from the taste of it, I've had this before, it is very good. But just to confirm real quick, here we go. Good soup. So apparently, it's Don Pablo has secret doors everywhere. A couple of ladies just walked in through a door hidden by the curtain right behind Justin. Kind waiter just redirected them to the front. But we also saw a waiter let people out through that door, so it's reverse. I'll do another water, please. Jesta has the beef. I have the lamb, and as I'm looking at this, I'm pretty sure I've had this before at another Don Pablo. Like, for some reason, I did not remember getting lamb before. I know we both had this beef many times at Don Pablo's, but everything we've ever had at Don Pablo is good, so I'm not going to complain about getting something I've already had before. Uh-oh. That's really good.
You want a bite?
Yeah. Feed it to daddy.
Don't ever say that again.
Yeah. That's really good. Hopefully she didn't finish it all so daddy can get another taste.
Don't ever.
Just has ordered the special crepe dessert. Special tray. Flambe. Oh my days. Ooh.
Bling.
Thank you. Yeah, I got the chocolate bomb surprise. Crepes are making over there. We got the fanciest of fancy desserts here tonight. I think everything else is. It's all happening. What? Surprised you didn't just ask her to pour that right into your mouth.
That's what she said.
Goodness, well, I was distracted by the dessert. Jessica's dessert, my entire dessert disintegrated. I must eat this now.
Oh my goodness.
I'll eat my dessert off camera while I'm filming this, and it's very good. Oh, it's so rich.
How's your bum?
It's a very good bone.
Like bum?
Oh, it's so rich.
Like bum?
Very chocolatey, very rich. Oh, golly. I enjoy this everything. Got a bomb that exploded on my plate.
I like it all.
Oh, she got ice cream too? I wanted ice cream. It's a ripoff. Whatever you got, throw it on there.
Thank you so much.
I think you made the right choice on this one. Looks quite delicious.
It's very hot though.
Well, put it in your mouth.
So good. You want to try some?
Sure.
Let me get it on there. It's gonna drip everywhere. Put your hand out.
Do you want to get hot stuff on my hand?
Just go. Just go.
More banana than I care for, but that's very, very good in the effort. I mean, what a good presentation. I got this
Boom.
chocolate bomb mess over here, and it's good, but it is
Heavy.
heavy. This would have been good with some of that ice cream she got over there. Okay. Last meal. in the books. Don Pablo. Always good. Although for the first time, maybe not my favorite meal. I would say definitely not my favorite meal. A lot of good stuff there. I think the avocado shrimp crab salad might have been my favorite dish I had this week. I think Takara was the best meal I had this week.
Overall meal, yeah.
I'd say
hands down.
Just
Okay,
bottom
you're
line.
gonna make me fall.
But bottom line, I would say, you know, obviously if you have only the 3 a la carte reservations to dole out, or even if you don't feel like using all of them, I would get Don Pablo, I would get Takara. Those 2, above and beyond, great. The other ones, good. Maybe not the same high level. So, Takara, Don Pablo, good. Others, okay. Additional thoughts?
I just don't want to walk past these people eating while you're filming.
I'm gonna go ask them what they think about Don Pablo. What? We need new opinions. People are sick of hearing about you and me all the time. Just you and me blabbering all the time. They want some new voices on the channel. The time has come. The final battle. Round 1 updates. We both got our phase. I had 1 card remaining, so I'm on 5 points, which is bad. But Jesta has also threatened to expose herself to me to gain an advantage, and she stole my rules card to try to keep me from knowing what the rules were. How can I play if I don't know what phase I'm going for? Dirty pool afoot. It's like 70s, 80s retro oldies night here in the lobby bar. One of my favorite nights. All the classics. This concludes our final full day here in the Dominican Republic for this trip. Do have a little time tomorrow morning. Sure, we'll get some breakfast and try to take as much advantage of the resort as we can in the time we have remaining tomorrow before we have to leave and return home to the hustle and bustle of real life. But it's been a really good trip. It started off a little bumpy, but I think most of these trips do. I think it takes us like, a day or 2 to kind of really find our rhythm, find our patterns, find our routines. We're very routine based on these trips. So once we kind of settled in, figured out what we liked here, it was pretty good. Probably give a little bit more of a full summary of our experience here once we get back home and have time to decompose and think about everything and share our thoughts. But overall, I can't complain. It's been a good trip. Hate that it's coming to an end, but such is life. This is the cycle, the circle of life, as they call it. I do have to point out, as other people have pointed out, more boob. Another boob here. If you've watched the entire series, or if this is the first one you've watched, I appreciate you. There's so much more content here on the channel. We've been to, I think, just about every Bahia resort in the Latin America, Central America, whatever you would want to call it, except for the private island Sanama? It's probably just whatever. We've done almost all of them, so if you've not been to any of the others and are trying to figure out which is the best resort for you, maybe these can help you. I hope they can. If not, maybe we entertained you in some form or fashion. Or if not, apologies that you had to watch this. Whatever. I don't know where we're going with this. End of vlog. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. You Esperance. Hey, this is actually the next morning. A little bit of a embarrassing update to share. I was going through this morning editing the vlog from yesterday, and so I'm going through all the clips, putting everything together for the next video, or this video actually. I realized I had, I guess I just totally got lost in the moment of everything that was happening last night and never gave the update, gave the final tally on the UNA War of 2025, or Phase 10 War of 2025. And that should tell you everything you need to know right there. Unfortunately, I don't remember what happened. I guess those beers I was drinking to try to get my ear to open up just got the better of me. You know, I'm not much of a drinker. In fact, I'm not a drinker at all. So, you know, drinking 42 beers in one night to try to get your ear to unclog, which it's still mostly clogged. Drinking 42 beers in one night will probably do cranial damage to the brainal region. So I don't know who won. I don't remember what happened with the phase 10. I guess it's just a secret that'll remain here on the island, as it should be. You know, it's a famous saying: what happens in the DR stays in the DR.